Om Namah Shivaya. We shall now listen to the continuation of the discourse on Ahimsa by MahaPeriyava from the book Voice of God, Volume 1. A sannyasi, renunciate, has to practice total ahimsa. He should not even pluck a leaf from a plant. He should not cause hurt to the vegetable kingdom by cooking. It is precisely for reasons of ahimsa he has not been ordained to perform fire-based rituals. If there is fire, accidentally some insect may fall prey to it. It will be difficult to take out and save what has fallen into a fire. That is why performance of homam and yajna has not been ordained for a sannyasi. Since he does not perform rituals with fire, his body is not consigned to flames after his death. His body is buried in the earth. When he enters the renunciate order, becomes a sannyasi, he makes a vow, let all creatures be free of any fear on account of me. Consistent with this vow, the dharma that has been prescribed exclusively for him is that he will have to live without causing any injury to any being, including even vegetation. Our religion has not prescribed ahimsa as a dharma for all people in the manner in which Jainism and Buddhism have proclaimed. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Non-violence is the greatest dharma. Our religion has ordained it strictly for the sannyasi only. It has made exceptions in the manner of ahimsa in respect of dharma yuddha, a just war, and in offering sacrifices at yajnas. Animal sacrifice is done at yajnas to satisfy certain divine forces for the good of the world at large. Our belief is that by this process, the animal attains a pre-eminent state which it cannot get by on its own. Thus, the good of the animal is achieved, and through its sacrifice, the good of the world. In the same way, as a sacrifice to the country, the soldiers get killed in war. Because it is better to sacrifice one's life for the welfare of others rather than keep eating and taking care of oneself and living, this kind of exception has been made to ahimsa. A lot can be spoken about the goal of total non-violence, but this is not practicable. In actual practice, there will be quarrels, physical attacks, commission of crimes, etc. When action is taken to reduce them, such action may appear to be violent, but in fact, it will not amount to violence. This is because what is more important is the object of doing a thing and not the act itself. When, in the interest of a general good, an animal is sacrificed at a yajna, or when capital punishment is awarded to a murderer, or when the enemies are subjected to cruelties in a war, these acts will not be sinful, although they appear to be violent. This is our Shastra. If total non-violence, which is not practicable, is ordained to be followed by everyone, it will only result in people violating it and incurring sin. Our religion, which has kept in mind the practical situation, has avoided causing this sin to our people. On the contrary, although Buddhism has prescribed the code of ahimsa for everyone, what do we see today? In all the countries that have adopted Buddhism, there are armies and there are wars. Not only that, without exception, everyone in these countries is a meat eater. If a great dharma is ordained as a general code for everybody, what we see is that in the end, no one observes it. In our country, instead of prescribing like this, total non-violence is ordained for sannyasis only. Taking a cue from this, the Brahmins, the Vaishnavas in the north, that is places like Gujarat, the Seva Velalas of South India, the Komuti Chettiars, and others have followed the same. Thus, it was not made a mandatory rule for everybody. People have taken to it with a voluntary involvement and practice from generation to generation. Looking at the peaceful nature of sannyasin, they have also taken to vegetarianism and practiced it. Looking to them, others also avoid non-vegetarian food on selected days such as Amavasya, annual ceremony, etc. Without imposing on everyone what is not practicable, but prescribing it only for some who are evolved, that becomes a noble objective, and others follow it to some extent. On the contrary, in places where this has been made a universal rule, no one observes it, resulting in the sin of violating the rule. The code of ahimsa has been included in the ordinary dharmas so that it will at least be an ideal for everyone. Whatever may be the nature of a deed, there should be no enmity at our heart. This is the definition of ahimsa according to our Vedic dharma. Om Namah Shivaya. In the next post, we shall hear MahaPeriyava speak about truth. Om Namah Shivaya. Hara Hara Shankara Jaya Jaya Shankara. Kanchi Shankara Kamakoti Shankara.